There we go. Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm pretty sure this video actually was running like 30 seconds ago, but nothing wrong with a little dead air. So we're gonna do something new today. We're gonna try and go and do a OOTP Dynasty, or franchise, or game, or let's play. Call it whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna try and keep this about 40 minutes-ish, not quite as long as my tower ones. The only reason this one's gonna be 40 minutes, I want the rest of them to be a lot shorter, but this is gonna be probably 20 minutes just because I want to go through setting up the game and go through the settings I use and all that sort of stuff to kind of get an idea of what we're doing. So this will be a little less gameplay and more kind of going through that, and then a little gameplay in between if we can get I don't want it to be just going through settings, but so I already started the game. That was just check out challenge mode. We're not actually going to play with that game. Do a new standard mode. I don't like challenge mode because it doesn't let me turn on certain things. We're going to go ahead and activate all the leagues. I'll put that in my description, but yes, I like to activate all the leagues here. Independent leagues I wonder about, but I'm like, yeah, it's a good place to let old players stay around. We're going to call this Dbacks Wing. And there we go. Let's get this loaded up. I'm just using the regular OOTP one right now, the 18 one. I thought about using Dark, but we'll see. See if I prefer that eventually. If you didn't know, by the way, the name for this, the Dbacks Wing, is actually the name of the song, the wind song the Dbacks use at home. I can't think of the best way to. I guess Victory Song would be the better way to put that. The Victory Song they use at home. So if you ever watched a Dbacks game when they play at home and they win, you'll hear that song in the background. I've been to a lot of Dbacks games, so I hear that song a lot. So it's got a nice name to it, so I was like, yeah, let's use that for the series. So it may have to change eventually if someone gets pissy about it, but because it's YouTube, you never know when someone's gonna be like, oh, you gotta remove that name. It's like, okay. I'm small enough, I don't think I'll have to worry about that though. The benefits of knowing who the fuck you are. If I'm doing that when I get a million people, it might get a little bit more interesting. Signing logos and pictures. I'm just sitting here reading the quotes while this loads. Yeah, I want to see show the leagues we selected. That probably was a bad idea because this takes a little bit while. I kind of forget about that. But is there a bad thing? I mean, other than this, the game's pretty fast, at least the last time I played it. Oh, one thing to add is this series might be a little interesting, so definitely give me feedback either on comments or just like, dislike. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh my god, someone disliked my video, or people don't like it. Oh, I'm so sad. I don't really care. If you think it's shit, because I don't really play the games. I don't do the 3D. Well, now it's 3D. It used to be like 2D or something. I don't really do the play the games. I just kind of sim through it. So this may be a little less exciting than other ones, and it may even just be really boring. You know how I am about rambling, too. So if it's too boring, let me know. Okay, this is the one I couldn't put on before with challenge mode. That's one of the things I like to have is cannot be fired, just because I like playing. And it's only like my team here. The only reason for that is in this game, it's only an OT. Sorry, I'm already doing a great job at this. That's why we do it live. Suboptimal as shit, baby. The only reason I like to do that on OOTP, and I don't like to do it on any other game, is like Football Manager. I don't do, oh, can't be fired, anything like that. It's just on OOTP. I know it's kind of a weird thing, but give me a first middle name, rare name, random surname. Okay, that's a terrible name. Let's go again. Figure in. Sorry, I'm going on. You can't see it. I'm on behind the name. Oh, there we go. I like that one. Haley Vinter. That looks good. How about your manager's name? Daily Vinter. Vinter is coming. I couldn't avoid that joke. I spelled it wrong. There we go. We're starting out well. Alright. Real quick, popsmanum.org. But yeah, sorry. This will happen a lot. If you haven't watched my tower videos, you'll find out I get sidetracked a lot. I was born in August 9th. Wow. The random number generator gave me 8 and then 9. Like, wow, oh, okay. Go between 1980, oops, sorry. Between 1980 and 1990. Okay, let's try that again. A little more. I'll take 86. Yeah, no, I was cheating on the random generator there. So I do GM and manager. The reason is because I do like to set up the lineups and stuff because I'm weird. Cannot be fired. Start with the D-backs. And that's what I was getting at. Someday we'll be good at this. No, we won't. So only on OOTP do I do Can I Be Fired. Any other game, like I play all these few other ones. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, oh, you know, I don't, FM, I let it, I can be fired. I don't think you can even turn it off, but FM can be fired. Some of the other games I play, like there's a basketball one I play, and PCM, stuff like that. I haven't played PCM in a long time, though. I don't do it. It's, wow. Gunnar has a lot of trust in us there, by the way. Expectation. Just don't suck. Thanks. Thanks, Kendricks. Don't suck. Upgrade at catcher. Win the playoffs in 4 seasons. There's something a little bit off on that. Don't suck. Reach the playoffs in 4 seasons. Okay. That's gonna be a bit of a chase. Anywho, yeah, just noting. I think it's just because in OOTP it takes, you draft someone, it can be years before they're even ready, and by then you might be fired, and then you're like, you're gonna all do it all over again in another team, and it's just like I'd rather once a month. I'd rather just stay at the one team for a long haul. I don't really like change teams, even if I start winning a bunch. I'll just do another game with another team, but sometimes I would do like 2 or 3 teams just because it's kind of fun to have like that dueling rivalry with yourself. So anyways, into the settings. Scouting report updates. Bi-monthly works for me. Let's do monthly. We'll keep 1 report per season. Reports of retired players I want to keep just because it's fun to look at. We'll see. Scouting accuracy. I usually do high, but I'll keep it on normal for today. The reason I like high is because I feel like sometimes that normal just goes like really wonky. Like a guy will be like, well, when it was stars, he's like, he's 4 stars out of 4 stars, and the next day, then the next year he completely sucks for no reason. So I'm always like, I'm a little leery on that high. At least they kind of start out sucking. Overall rating, I like to do that of 20 to 80. I'm thinking about doing increments of 5 because that's really weird. Anyways, it's like he's a 22. Like, what the fuck does 22 mean? In fact, I might even do that. Let's try it. F it. Actual scale and potentials. There we go. Forgot to change all these. These I like to do 1 to 20 just because I'm from the FM world. I used to play Baseball Mogul, then I played FM, then I played OOTP, so I like the 1 to 20 range. To me, it feels like 20 to 80 is just like, okay, there's a 60 and 70 and 50. I get kind of the idea. But 1 to 20, at least, it's kind of a little bit easier for me just on the look. Like, oh, okay, he's this. I'm just used to it. I don't use the AI evaluation one just because it actually makes more sense, but I'd have to set that up. We're going to do all player ratings are relative to Major League Baseball. Since I haven't actually tried doing that before, but like I said, because we have multiple leagues, it may be useful. Since that way we're kind of getting an idea of Japanese players and these independent league players are crap, which they will be. The only downside of that sometimes, I'll have to see, is it's just displayed though. I think you can change that when you're looking at them because sometimes you do get weird ones. Like you have guys in the rookie leagues that have like hitting of 1, and you're like, is he any good? You have to change it to like rookie league, and you see, oh, he's okay. He's average for the rookie league. Overall rating is based on all players, not positions, because I always find that weird. I get the idea of it. Complete coaching system, I don't really care for. Yeah, I get the idea of overall rating being based on position, because, you know, it shows who's best in what position, but I've never been a fan. I don't know. I like it just being based purely on talent instead of being on your primary position, because, I mean, if a guy can hit, a guy can hit just because he can hit good for it. You know, I can look up and see, oh, he hits the best. He's a crap hitter, but for a second baseman, he's a really good hitter. I don't need the game particularly to tell me that. I realize it makes it slightly easier, but I like seeing that where it's like, okay, this guy's just a crap hitter. Because you run into the issue too if you have like a second baseman. Wow, he's a really good hitter. You move him to third base because you have a spot at third base. Oh, he actually really sucks. He was just only good as a hitter for second base. Well, what the hell? Okay. It's just more useful that way to me. Complete coaching system I turned off because a couple of years ago they reworked the coaching system. I get the OOTP a lot because it comes up in a bundle all the time, so if you're wondering why I have like a gazillion of them even though I half play them. Anywho, I'll slow down my talking, by the way. I realize I am running a mile a minute. That's a normal thing. So, use complete coaching system. I turned that off just because when they changed it to where you don't see coach ratings anymore, they still have ratings, but there's absolutely no way to tell except by just by reputation. They either have to go into commissioner mode and go through and look at every single one to find a half decent coach, or just guess that, oh, that coach with a great reputation must be really good, and I don't even think the reputation really works that well as to begin with. Prosecutor click for me annually, that'll be automatic. We'll keep this how it is. Autosave move to once a month, just in case. But coming back to that, yeah, I don't use the coaching system. I like the coaching system. I liked using the complete coaching system when you could see the ratings, but now that they've been hidden away, which I get the point of, sort of, but I don't know. There has to be some way that the text really does not help at all in telling you how anyone is, and it's like it's just a hassle. Players in face gen. I forget if there's anything in this setting I want to fuck with. If the game doesn't crash. Injury frequency, we'll go high because that is realistic. Occasionally, I'm not going to hide that. Position fatigue will be average. Suspension's normal. I might change that and check that on the profile page. I'm not sure. Because I use personality ratings and I usually like to, screw it, let's put it on there. I usually like to look at them, but I have to go into different things that might make it easier. Career stats, keep major league stats are fine. We're going to go ahead and delete those, never mind. I was going to do that to delete all the ones, but maybe we'll skip that. We're going to keep these normal. I think I've seen settings before where it's actually a little bit better off average, but we'll keep it average. Don't care about that. I got a text message from Redbox. I don't care. I haven't used Redbox in a long time. Grade difficulty, we'll go average for now because I'm not sure how hard it actually is. I don't plan to do a lot of trading till we kind of get an idea of how our team is, and we'll see. Average may be too easy, but we'll start on average for now. And if you're someone who plays this game a lot and you have more knowledge, I guess I could say. It's been a while since I've played, and I haven't played a long game in a long time. And the AI is just constantly changing, so that's why I'm not sure if average is still kind of too easy or it could be a little bit higher. But anyways, as I'm getting at, if you've played this game a lot and you know that about, especially 18, let me know and I'll change it. I don't mind making it harder on myself. I just figure for right now, hard will do. Database is fine. League settings, league and teams. It's all fine. Rules are fine. I'm just looking through to see if there's anything I need to particularly change. Looks pretty good to me. Amateur draft date, rules are on. There's something on here I was looking at before. No, maybe it was another page. I swear to God, there's a rule I was looking at sometime. Yeah, trading frequency is fine. We'll leave it where it's at. Financials are fine. I'm not sure about setting the inflation because it has financial system, but I don't know if I should change this as well. To have some inflation. Same thing. If you've played this game a lot and you have an opinion on that, let me know. Teams maintain ticket price line. That's fine. Excuse me. No posting system in this league, which contract years maximum. Sanctions, yeah, that's all fine. Revenue sharing's fine. Owner decides budget. We're gonna keep that. I usually play with it on no and total revenue, but I'm fine with that. That might make it more interesting because you have teams that have crap all for money. Options. Let's change these. Gold glove. Rookie of the year, reliever of the year, Cy Young, MVP. I'll enable manual Hall of Fame voting. I like to vote. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All-Star game decides home field final playoff round. I think it still does, doesn't it? Custom's fine. Allow rainouts, obviously we're going to allow that because that's real life. Oh, automatic evolution. I turn a lot of stuff off. I mostly just keep more and less pitching because some of these changes I hate. I like to make changes myself. I like to have more or less offense, more or less pitching as two automatic evolutions. And then these we can always change later. We can decide to add a team. We can decide to change schedule length. Any of that ourselves, especially if people think like, in a few years we can just decide, or we hear something, we can decide like, let's make the DH normal and add an extra man, which I've done in the past. Or, let's add more players. Let's move a team. Things like that, like Oakland, might move them eventually. Things like that, so. What was I? Oh, yeah. That was the, awards. I forgot what the bat was. Okay, these are absolutely useless for me. Thank you. Let's try that one. Oh, the insurance awards. That's why it was all fucked up. Silver Slugger. There we go. Silver Slugger stick. Not quite what I was going for. There we go. Then the Clemente Award too. What's the Clemente Award? Positive. Rookie of the Year. Yeah. MVP, Rookie of the Year. Reliever of the Year is fine. Comeback player, outstanding DH, blah blah blah. That's all good. Alright. So we got that set up. Player. We're gonna keep that how it is. Historical, we don't need to check. Stats and AI. Very high detail. Oh, that looks good to me. Okay. Go into my manager settings now. Yes, I know, like I said, I told you this is going to be very exciting. It's just fucking with settings. That's fine. I'll turn off these subscriptions later. Because some of them I really don't give a crap. Control autoplay, that's what I wanted. Okay. Minor league set by the AI. Promotions and motions will be done by the AI. Unhandle everything else. And that's because exit, yeah. Suffers a moderate, that's fine. That's a new feature, by the way. It used to be just if it suffered day to day, now it actually has by performance drop. That's pretty cool. So, I like to keep control of pretty much everything, except these two. That's because that makes sense. Usually if there's a complete system, it lets the minor league managers do it, but because I have it off, it's just the AI. Which is fine, I don't want to dick around with that for all. hours, especially when there's a bunch of injuries and stuff, and I have to change stuff and then deal with that. That'd be the one thing if I was going to screw around in something, that would be something I'd do. The promotions and emotions I let the game handle just because of two reasons. One, injuries. It gets really annoying managing, okay, this guy's on, so I'm going to send this guy up. Oh, no, I'm going to send him down, then send him, bring him back, and all this stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. I mean, it's way too much management. And because I don't know who the hell to promote and demote half the time. I look at stats, mostly, but never show. It's like, am I promoting him too soon? Am I not promoting him enough? Do I, I just let the game handle it. I figure if the game handles it for, what, for every other team, it can handle it for my team. At least we'll be on an even playing field in that sense. So I don't worry too much about it. I think about, oh, I can be a min-maxer. I'll tell you that much. I can definitely be a min-maxer. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it optimally, but you know what? Or the AI's not doing it optimally, or why is they sending this guy all the way down and pissing, you know what? It does it to every other player on every other team. At least it's even. That's the important part. It's even. Alright. We're in the off-season, so let's go finally actually look at our team. We're going to do it by rating. We'll look at the ratings first, because they are in our stats. Obviously, if you know anything, Goldsmiths are big. Star. We got Ionetta and Herman, who are there mostly because they're good pitch framers. At least Ionetta is. No one. We're actually looking for a catcher who can hit with a dam, even though our owner's like, you should upgrade your catcher. Listen. We had a catcher who could hit. We changed him for a guy who could pitch frame. Deal with it. Pollux. Here, our oft-injured guy who can actually, when he's there, is a pretty decent hitter. Peralta, we got here, who's decent contact, really good gap power. Everything else is pretty average. Same with Pollock, really. He's good at avoiding strikeouts, though, Pollock, and he's amazing against hitting left-handers, so. Garcia is a backup. Not really all that great. We'll see if he sticks around. Good power hitter. That's about all he's got going for me. His defense is mediocre. Yasmani Tomas is crap. Hell, I like Yosani Tomas. No, he's a power hitter. He actually did alright. He was crap for a while. His defense is horrible. That's his biggest problem. And a lot of times he doesn't quite make up for it with his bat. And he's actually going to start over Garcia. And let me see. Garcia would probably be alright in left field. What about Fuentes? Fuentes is a little better left fielder, but I like Garcia better. Garcia will be a backup left fielder there. We change this every blah 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 game. I'm not that piggy. I just do if they're tired. Kettle Marte's up with us right now. We got Marte and Owings. Owings is pretty decent for us. Could be a little better defensively, but we'll take it. Good speed, great steal guy. Contact's a little iffy. Really needs to avoid strikeouts more. Lamb's got a good eye, strikes out too much, so they have his contact. Wow. Poor Lamb. Look at that contact number they gave him. Good lord, he's not that terrible, is he? Yeah, he hit like 263. 249 before that. Well, 263, he hit 249 last year, but still, god damn. Didn't even give him that much power either. I think I knew that Goldsmith. Of course, this might be because our scout's crap. Like I said, Herman sucks. There's no surprise. Ionetta sucks, but he doesn't strike out. He may be, well, he strikes out, but he's got a good eye. He may be my choice for starting catcher. His defense is a little worse. He's not as fast as Herman, but in fact, he is our starting catcher. Herman will probably I might start Herman against righties, though. Looking at the numbers. I do like Ionetta's eye, though. I really do like his discipline at the plate. Even if he's not good at anything else, I like his discipline at the plate. Okay, so this person, I think there's gonna be all the information I want, but I'll take it. Oh, cool! It has their Twitter handles on here now. The most useless thing ever, but it's kind of cool, actually. Herman has a better arm. I'll give him that. He's line drive hitter. Yeah, I know about that. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually, too. I didn't notice that. That they actually have a batted ball profile. And hitter type. I think they've had hitter type for a while. Fly ball hitter. That's kind of cool. Let's see how that works. I think See, I'm trying to decide if his lack of contact is worth putting in Herman for his ability to hit right-handers and then have him because they both suck, but he has more power against lefties. But his discipline makes me feel. I'm gonna keep Ionetta for now. We'll see how it goes. Just because he's got a good eye, he's one of our few that don't strike out unlike fucking Tomas. I'm sorry, I know I'm really hard on Yosani Tomas. Yeah, see, I still have my bench goes for some reason. Gardenhire, give me some strategy. Thank you. You know, I'm gonna change this a little bit. I like to be aggressive on the bases. I'm not super big on stealing. We don't really hit and run very much. We really don't sack much. Leave it about like that. Squeeze bunt. We'll turn that way down. Intentional walk. We're gonna set that there. Pitch around a little bit more. I'll leave these where they're at 'cause I don't really care. I'm a little slow on hooking them. A little bit quicker on relievers. Favorite matchup a little bit more. Pinch hit for pitchers a little bit more. Pinch hit for hitters a little bit less. Use pinch runners not as much. We go with something like that. I may change that again later. Generally, I like to leave my starting pitchers and they're probably longer than they should be. I'm more likely to hook a reliever. Definitely have become more and more into matchups. I used to be kind of like, I don't care. Even now, it's like hit or miss. Pinch hit for pitchers, yeah, we have to. Hit position players a little bit less, unless there's someone like Herman who's really, I'm not Herman, like Ionetta who's just kind of crap if we can make it work. Pinch runners, I'm not a big fan of. Infield chips, play infield in, I really don't care. Intentional walk, I'd rather not. Very rarely. Pitch around a little bit more, like I said. A lot of hit and run, squeeze bunts, stuff like that I don't use as much, but I do like to be very aggressive on the base path. And stealing, I used to be big into. I'm a little bit less now, just because of a little bit more of that getting this. I forget in sabermetrics. I think sabermetrics are kind of not big on stealing bases, but you have to remind me on that. Player strategy, I don't really care. Let's look at our front office. How long have we been going? Oh shit, we're almost at 30 minutes. Yeah, so front office, we'll just take a quick look. We're projected to have 10 mil budget room plus cash, well 14 million total available. Projected to spend 106 million. Ticket price 14.20. We're going to keep it where it's at for right now. Our attendance has constantly dwindled since 2008. There's no surprise because they've sucked for so long. 2011 they were good. 2012, 2013, then we've sucked again. It's kind of dropped back off on us. People still haven't really come back. Extension information. We have 10 million for extensions. Who do we have coming up? I like doing it this way better. We have Pollock, Miller, Corbin, all arbitration, mind you. Owings, Walker, Delgado. I have an option on Descalso. Wilhelmsen, maybe. So he's 33. I don't know if I'll even take that. Ahmed, who's hurt right now, or no, he's playing in Reno. It's probably a good spot for him. He's a great defensive guy, but can't hit worth a damn. And we have catchers that can't hit worth a damn. We have Robbie, Peralta, Lamb, Hoover. He comes up even. Look at that. Holy crap, that movement's terrible. Herman. Maybe he's kind of old. Well, let's see. Chafin. We'll see how it goes. We got a lot of Arcia. Expect to go up to 108 million, so we're expecting to increase our budget by almost 20 million. We don't even have that much. We'll see how that goes. It's all arbitration though, so when we're losing is Rodney, which I'm not too concerned about, and Ionetta, which and Jorge De La Rosa, who's 35. So again, I'm not concerned too much about losing any of those guys. Scouting. How's our scout? Crap. We're spending a lot less on scouting. International scouting, we're going to turn way down. I'm still a big international scout. I know you can get more now out of them. Major League Scouting, we're definitely turning way up. That'd be about 20. What about 40 into that, 30 into that, 25 into that. There we go. I like that look. I may have to up our budget because we're really behind the baseline. I know like I said, again, international scouting, I know you can get a lot more out of it now than you used to in the past. It used to be really just crap players, but I don't know. I may go ahead and up that to pop this down to 35 and up that to. You know what? I even drop Major League Scouting to 20, up that to 40. There we go. I feel like I should do more Major League Scouting than minors, but I usually do a big amateur and international scouting, at least for right now, because that's really where we're going to need to build our team. Need to anything like real life Dbacks, our farm team is crap. There's our minor league rankings. Walker's our best left fielder, which that's so prospects. Their organization, Brito's our best left fielder, but he's out. Which is kind of funny because I don't think Brito. Anna Free, I've heard of. Freeze, yeah. Reyes, Tomas. Interesting. Westbrook's our best second baseman. Followed by Vargas. None of them playing for us right now. Labia I've heard of as well. He keeps getting injured. Lamb, Drury. Drury's playing second, that's why. It's cocked up a little bit on that. It has him as a third baseman, but he's actually plays second for us. Which it makes sense. He's not a great second baseman, but he'll get the job done. He could end up in left field, though we have Peralta. Peralta could end up in right field, maybe. Yeah, Peralta would be alright in right field. If we decide Tomas isn't worth having out there. Pitching rise, our best bullpen guy is somehow Duncan. I don't know how they're figuring that out. I guess by potential, that's why. Yeah, Sherfree's up here. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I don't think he's in the major leagues right now, or maybe he got hurt. Oscar Hernandez is still our best long-term catcher. That's been that way for a while, but he's never really... He's played a few games here and there for us. He's never really stuck. But he's always considered still one of the better catchers. So, one of our better catcher prospects. That's another thing I noticed in 17. They added A+ and A-. Or upper and lower A. Panda is our top and only ranked prospect, which doesn't surprise me. Marzili's still there. I had one game where Marzili actually became pretty good in like 14 or 15, one of those ones. It was kind of funny. Oh yeah, there's our farm system. Reno, now it's Jackson. Used to be Mobile. Izala, Kane, Hillsborough, Missoula, and then AZL in our two Dominican leagues. International amateur budget, that's fine. Draft budget, fine. I may set that higher. Our development budget's lower than the league again because we just poor. Go into accounting. How much money can I really? Wow, accounting's really not helping me much. Kendrick's didn't give us much money. So we're projected to have about 10 million for extensions. Including our arbitration. We don't really have anyone we're extending, so I may eat into some of that to increase our scouting a little bit here. Increase that up to about 8 million. And increase my player development up at least to 8 million. It's not as good as the other ones, but... And we'll go and upgrade our draft money to 5. 5, go to the recommended. Again, this may bankrupt me, but... We're not really planning on extending anyone too much, so... Somehow our budget went up. I don't know, man. I just work here. Let's take a look at what we have for staff. Did I say there's going to be gameplay today? I don't think I said there's going to be gameplay today, right? Oof. What are there for good scouts? Bam, but he favors ability. Highly favors ability. I like this guy. Let's go and sort by scouts amateur. He's like to scouting the majors. I kind of like him. I usually go for guys who favor tools. I feel like ability finds, and I kind of go off the idea. Ability finds kind of average guys, but they usually don't bust out. Tools find guys with great potential, but they're much more likely to bust. And I had a guy who was like favorite tools or highly. I think it was just a favors in one of the games, and basically he found a lot. He loved high school prospects. He loved high school prospects, which kind of gives you an idea. And like these guys are all going to be great. Like every high schooler, it's half the high schoolers like they have great potential to be great. It's like yeah, because they're 18. I mean they're actually good, boy. I'm just saying boy. Bub. I like Bub. I may hire Hissen Pitayan. He's neutral, but you know, other than international, he's pretty good. Great at scouting the minors. Like I said, Q is great, but and yes, I know they're Taiwanese. I'm cheating a little there, not hiring Americans. I mean, this guy would be great because he's Puerto Rican, so it's not too bad. But highly favors ability. I don't really want a highly favors ability guy. Roy Clark sucks at scouting majors, but is good at everything else. Yeah, I may take Tian. Yeah, I don't know though. I'm arguing myself here. Maybe we'll keep our scout we have for now, and we'll look to upgrade him later. I don't know, Vela, the Cuban's not too bad. Highly favors tools, which I like. What is our current guy like? Our current guy... Our current personnel... Oh wait, that's right, he's not in this game. My current scout favors ability. Oh, god damn it. Signed through 2019. Crap. Really don't want him around, but I really don't have a good replacement other than, like I said, if I go for a guy from Taiwan. This French guy's hit or miss. All the US ones aren't really all that great. The best I have is Roy Clark, who's a little bit better than he is, and he's a neutral. He doesn't scout the majors very well, which isn't a big deal for me right now. Or Vela, the Cuban. Not too bothered by signing him either. What would Roy Clark want? Even if I were to... He would want 834. Vela would want 9. Ooh, Vela wants even more. I guess we'll hang on to Leitner for now. I don't really like him, but I don't want to particularly pay off his contract for the next 2 years. Unless I'm getting someone I'm just over the moon for, which I'm really not finding anyone I'm jumping out to, you know. I'm really like, okay, I want to pay this guy. So Ladner will have to do. Ladner. Somewhere. That dude. I said it's only been 25 minutes. I was thinking it's been longer. It's because I've had my thing running for longer. I think I've been live for 41 minutes according to that. I've been live for 25 minutes according to YouTube, so. Whew. Yeah, it's been a very exciting 25 minutes, I know, but we're actually going to get some gameplay once I show you the pitching staff, because I forgot to do that. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to keep him around for now. Usually I would replace him. I'm going to try and be a little bit not cheaty on there and bring in one of those Taiwanese guys or Korean, etc. Well, we'll stick to more like American, Cuban, Canadian types. That's not trying to be like, oh my god, Asians can't scout in major leagues. I don't think it's very common, is basically the point. And you could argue that it's kind of cheating the game because they're creating these really, really great guys that are all, more suited toward, these great good guys because of the leagues we have loaded up. That realistically, you probably wouldn't really see them as a scout because they may not have as same amount of, knowledge as someone who's scouted the major leagues for 25 years. I don't know. That's just my logic on it. To keep myself from cheating on that quite as much as I normally would. I mean, like I said, if I wasn't streaming this, would I probably have hired the Ping, whatever his name was? Yeah, probably. Because I'm streaming this, am I going to be a little bit nicer about it? Yeah. Only 9,000 season tickets? Wow. For crap. Okay, pitching staff. Let's go pitching ratings. As expected, Greinke's our best pitcher. The ratings are a little bit low on there, but I think that's just, again, our scout. De La Rosa, or 5, kind of crap. We'll see how long he sticks. Miller, kind of crap. That's just normal. We'll see how long he sticks. Ray is a great strikeout guy. Already kind of knew that. Tejon Walker, kind of an average, middle of the road. We'll take it. Over here I want to change this. Sharefy right now is my closer. I'm actually going to switch that and have Rodney close and have Sharefy. Probably because it's his first season up here, he'll probably start in middle relief, and I'll have Rodney and Miller. Or Rodney close, Miller set up, and go like the real D-backs have right now, and have Archie doing setup 2. So Chafin's going to move into middle relief. Sharefy is going to move into middle relief. Rodney will move up to being a setup guy. He'll go 8th or later. He'll go. No, excuse me. Rodney will move up into a closer, 9th or later. Miller will be a setup guy. Archie will move into setup, 7th or later. Let that resort itself there. Miller will be our backup closer. We'll have Sharefy, Chafin. I'll have Chafin go ahead and be my left-handed specialist and backup middle reliever. Corbin will move into middle relief and backup long reliever. There we go. So we have Sharefy, Delgado, and Corbin as our middle relievers. Chafin as our left-handed specialist. Bradley and Miller will go and run the bullpen for us. Miller's pretty decent minus his control. Archie does that in real life right now. I believe he's mostly our setup guy. He's a pretty good guy, or a high leverage guy at least. Sharefy could be a good closer, but we're gonna err on the side of caution with him for the moment, and we'll use Rodney because he's the current closer, even though he's god-awful attitude. But and then yeah, Corbin will go ahead and he's sort of a middle relief, and he's not super great, so he'll be good in a kind of a middle relief, and we can use him if need be as a long reliever and even a backup, emergency starting pitcher. I'm not going to set one of them to use more often. If I did, I'd probably go Sharefy more than likely, but and we'll use Archie 7th later because he can pitch. He can stretch longer if we need to. Rotation mode, I just do strict order and then I'll change it if I feel like it. And that's just so I don't get all jumbled up on this, because sometimes it'll be like, oh, Greinke can pitch again. It's like, that's great, but Ray needs a couple extra days, so I'm just going to keep Greinke waiting an extra day, give him an extra day off, won't hurt him. We'll finish getting this set up later. Yeah, I'll finish getting that set up. Strategy's fine. We'll do a quick run through of our Pacific Coast League. See, Godley's probably going to be our best. He's actually not on the 40-man, which is kind of odd. Shipley's still there, but he's never really became anything. Hoover, Leafy has no power. McFarland might be one who comes up. He's not too bad looking for a left-hander. See how he does. Coniger, there we got. or Conger, whatever. Got Mathis back down there. Flex got pretty good power, but not much control. We'll see how he goes. Not a whole lot else out here. Hazel Baker, I think, comes up every now and then, plays for us. He'll probably. Ahmed, we'll see, because his defense is what makes him pretty good. Everything else kind of crap. Vargas has a nice hitting and okay eye. Shut up, Skype. Yes, it's started to tell me Skype has been updated. I don't really give a shit. I don't even use it. But thanks, Windows. Useful information. Dugan, yeah, they're all mediocre. You got Jamison, who's on the injured reserve. Gibson, then we got Ruby De La Rosa. Maybe one who comes up eventually to come pitch for us, do some relief as well. And then Gregor Blanco is another one who will probably be up eventually. Go to Jackson Generals. We've got Burgos, who's got good stuff. Burgos and Banda about our two decent ones down there, and Hernandez. Hernandez has terrible contact. He's a great defensive guy, though. He may eventually fast track. We'll see how he goes. Bray is another one who looks like he could potentially come up for us out of AA. Everyone else right now is eh. We got, of course, a ton of injuries out here. Levy is out the only one who's really likely to be much for us. Denker, I guess, too. Yeah. Intro ratings, I can't really show their potential ratings, which is kind of dumb. I could have said it on the other thing. Let's go back. Continue. There's Rizala. We got Moya, who's got average power for a major leaguer already at 22. That's not bad, actually. Aguilar has actually a little bit below average, but his numbers for being in advanced days isn't that bad. I don't think, considering these are relative to a major league player, he's about as good as some others. Because he's 25, I guess. McPherson has a good eye already for McPherson and Byler actually have good eyes for a major league level guy. And McPherson unfortunately is not going to really learn how to do anything else, we don't think. Same with Byler. It's kind of sad, because like I said, their other stats actually are, their eye is pretty good for, Marcus Wilson's not bad, same thing though. Go to Kane County. And again, we got Herrera, who might actually become a kind of average hitter at catcher. Can he play defense though? Yeah, he's a good defender though. Alcantara, who has potential to be kind of a decent slap hitter. Ground ball hitter. He could be eventually a nice shortstop though. Great. I do really like his numbers there. If he can advance up and kind of come out where we think he is, I actually do kind of like him. He'll be a good little. He'll be good at getting on base there. Be a decent contact guy. He won't have any power. Just slap at balls, but you know, I'm fine with a slap hitter who plays good defense. I still want a whole team of slap hitters who play good defense, but I'm good with one or two here and there. Anafree, who of course we think is going to be one of our better prospects. Great speed, great outfielder. Pretty mediocre in the rest of everything. Other than that, we really don't. I guess Duplantier is supposed to be. He'll become an okay pitcher. Yeah, he might. Like I said, I think that's future they have him as a starter. I think he might be able to move into the bullpen. Let me see if I can do that, by the way. Yeah, I can't change the ratings relative when I'm looking at him. So like when we look at him, how is he compared to the See, in the Midwest League, he's already, you know, a decent pitcher with amazing movement. But if you look at him, say, to Pacific Coast League, he's okay. He needs to improve better. Alright, there's Kane. Let's go to our short A team here. The Hops. We only really have Ryan January, who's suspended for 50 games. He must have been doing drugs. Great potential for a great eye and home run power. That's about all he's got going for him. But he also got popped for drugs, so. We got Owings, expected to be a decent home run. No gap power, but good home run and contact power. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe a good contact eye that average, becoming an average sort of hitter, but yeah, I don't think he's going to actually get near that power numbers with that gap power. Even if he does, it'll be pretty much worthless because again of that gap power. To me, it'll be worthless. I guess technically I can't say it's worth. A lot of players in our Dominican League. Lara has potential. That's about it. What Dominican 2? Anyone better over there? No, not really. Best is Jimenez. He's really kind of crap. The Osprey. We've got Garcia. Might become a good fielder. Good iron. Good walk guy. Really mediocre hitter. So Spurry ground ball. He could be interesting. I'll be curious to see how he goes. Like I said, if he can get a pop up some, he probably won't get any gap power, but you know, if he can pop that contact up a little bit, he might not be a bad little. Use him as like a center fielder, like one of the leadoff guy, center field leadoff guy. He might be all right. We got Bracho, who's another guy who just good eye, but not much else going for him. Hernandez, he's 17. Yeah, he could be an okay average pitcher there. Never really have great stuff. He'll have a good real strikeout pitch. Gets that stuff up. If you can improve that a little bit more, he'd be a nice little average pitcher. He won't be anything we'll write home about, but you know, he'll be pretty average. Okay, how much on now? Oh yeah, we're getting close there. And our rookie league team is crap, which isn't a surprise because I'll mostly get filled with players that we draft here. Alright, trying to think if there's anything else we really want to look at. Oh, roster and transactions. We have no one on waivers, obviously. We have 31. We have plenty of room to add players onto our 40-man roster, which we probably will. International. These are international complex guys right now. Batting ratings, you want to see potential. Got a couple guys. I got this guy who could become a good hitter. Just bad at everything else. He'll be bad at everything else. Herrera doesn't look too bad. We may sign him over. He's a pretty decent. Yeah, he's a pretty nice catcher. Martinez is another one. He has no eye, but everything else looks pretty good. We'll see about him. What else do we have? Castillo. He'll have good. He'll have poor eye, but he'll have good power despite his lack of gap power. Questionable on him. Diaz can't hit worth a damn. This guy I really like. Those numbers look really good. Got high intelligence. I might actually sign him over. What's he playing at right now? He's just in our international complex. What's a 1-year major league contract? I'm not offering you that. No thanks. I guess, oh, I think I have to send, that's right. It's been a while since I messed with the international complex. See how much I like international players? I'm like, what do I do? How do I move him? Available action. Let's send him to Dominican 2. He actually looks like a pretty good player for us. Here's another guy looks pretty good to me. I'll send him over to 17. Yeah, that's fine with me. He can go over to ESL 1 for me there. So we got a few guys in here. Martinez is another one. I'll send him over to. I'll look at it later, but for now I'll send him over to 1. I like a few of these guys. They look like we got some potential in here, at least for international guys. Coslow, I'm not sure about at 20. His numbers aren't really where I'd want him right now. Armchada has nothing really else going for him. Let's look at some of these pitchers here real quick. Really nothing I'm all that interested in. Martinez maybe if he somehow finds his control, but I'm not really. expecting too much there. It improves his control, yeah, he'll have some nice stuff. He'll have a good fastball, good curveball, decent speed on it. But like I said, he's gotta find control. Otherwise he's just gonna be walking everyone. Cardenas is pretty mediocre, have a great changeup. That's literally about all he's got going for him again. A little bit slow pitching. He'd start in the DSL. We'll see. I may set him up eventually. I'm not too bothered by him. So, Alright, so we may even just call this and do another video here. A lot of these are going to be recorded just so I can break them up into smaller chunks. I know I usually do stuff live, but smaller chunks to me, I like having it broken up into. Pause there for a second, rephrase. I'm probably planning to record it just because I can record it in like 20-minute chunks and then record it, because smaller chunks for something like this I feel are better than having my big long hour-long ones with Tower where you have a lot of stuff going on. This it's a lot easier to watch when you see. And it's mostly a thing. I mean, I may upload like 5 20-minute chunks. So it's like, well, that's just an hour anyways. But yeah, but yeah, something Shipley should come up. Godley should come up. We'll see about that. McFarland should come up. I actually agree on that. Tiger should come up. Blah 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 blah. Hazel Baker. I got distracted there again. I feel like it's easier to watch. It makes it feel easier to watch when it's like, oh, I just have to watch 20 minutes. I can come back later and watch 20 minutes and watch 20 minutes. Whereas when I'm streaming, I tend to want to do 3-4 hours, and watching 3-4 hours just feels daunting, even though you can come back and watch 20 minutes every so often. It's just a personal thing. I feel like it looks better that way. So, as I said, were we planning to play games today on this first one? Yes, we were. Did I get way too often having to look at stuff? Yes, we did. You know what? F it. We'll make it long. We'll try and get through preseason at least. There's our schedule. We have nothing till April. Go in autoplay. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, let me get up my screens. I will eventually, when I pop out of this, I'll set up my shortcuts. I just want to try and get through this, pick our waiver wire here. Scouting World Baseball Classic players, lovely, don't really care. World Cup of Baseball. Australia versus Japan, Dominica versus Colombia. Who's on the team? And there's some nice players on there. Anyways, most of these teams not worth looking at because it's not like I can hire any of them. These guys maybe, but most of them probably already, you know. There's a few that aren't attached to any team, but any of the good ones have a team. Dbacks. Colombia. Colombia's our free agents. I think this. Oh, he's with the Cubs though already. Okay, there's a couple Colombians that'd be okay. Vargas, nah. Tina, nah. I got Australia just for the lulz. Wow, there aren't any good Australians. I can't imagine why. Perkins. About it. Oh, she plays in Australia. That's odd. Most of those guys weren't playing anywhere. Got a Cuba, Japan. It's like Cuba. Not Cuba, Cuba. HH? The fuck is HH? Gano of the Yankee Giants. In a bad pitcher. Oh my god, look at how many pitches he has. Good lord, no wonder. That stuff rating is a little funny to me. He has above average stuff. It's like, he has 18 pitches though. Yeah, it's still above average. None of them are good enough. Okay, okay. Nothing ever uncommon. Is that an insult, by the way? If someone says nothing ever is uncommon about you, is that an insult or a positive thing? Wow, look at me grab the hole again. Good lord, that dude struck out 12. God damn. Let us continue. How fucking shit is our team? Holy shit. Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me. The U.S. got 2 hit by Ryan Dempster. 39-year-old Ryan Dempster 2 hit the U.S. What? Well done, U.S. team. We really brought our best players out for that one. I don't know if Freeman was part Canadian. I was a temporary player. Some random ass dude it created. Holy crap. That dude for Seattle, look at that. Good lord, that dude could be amazing. He won't be much of a hitter and he'll strike out a lot, but oh my god, that home run power. I almost want to trade for him. They'd never trade him to me, he's got too high of a potential. Well, they would, but they'd want too much. Or it'd be really unrealistic. Seriously, how the hell did the US get struck out that badly? That's pretty pathetic. Richard did alright, but... Really, we lost to Dempster? I still can't believe we lost to Ryan Dempster. Okay. Continuing on we go. Hey, they played at Salt River Fields. I don't know why. Seems like the oddest place to have a the World Baseball Classic or World Baseball Cup. If you don't know, which if you're watching this you probably do know that, that is the Dbacks spring training facility. Why they played it there, I don't know. Who am I to judge? Well, I'm me. That's who I am to judge. I know. Oh, I could purchase them though. Wow. Pretty cheap. 50 grand for that? Eh, I'd be tempted. I have to remember that. You can purchase Mexican players. Let's see a place for the Blue Jays. Damn. Yeah, now I'm going to start looking all over for every one of them. For any decent players over there. Like, ooh, I could purchase some cheap players. Venezuela, how's Venezuela doing? Team look. Should be pretty good. I mean, it's Venezuela. Jose Alvarado, LA. Okay. I'm getting too distracted looking at these rosters. Oh, poor Italy. They got their ass kicked. They have a Brazilian and like a bunch of US players on there too. Well, actually, that makes sense. Brazil and Italy. There's a lot of Brazilians with Italian nationality. I forget how that worked now. I looked it up. I've read about it one time, why. But I forget now what the why was for that. But anyways, a lot of Brazilians had Italian nationality. It's kind of interesting. That's why you see a lot of them are able to go... It's hit or miss, but there's quite a few that go over into Europe without having to get work permits and stuff just because of that, or, you know, dealing with that crap, or not counting against foreign limits. A lot of them don't go to the Britain right away, so that's why they don't. The UK, pardon me. Right away, but a lot of them will end up going to like Italy or France or Spain a lot of times. They don't count against the foreign limit because of their Italian nationality. But they can have more of them. Dominic Elcock. Yeah, I don't know what you see in him. Canada versus China, Taipei. Japan versus Israel. Canada versus Mexico, and US versus Venezuela. That's the weirdest one to be in there. Israel. Okay. Interesting. A lot of them are US nationality, I don't know. They have anyone from Israel, or just the game's been kind of weird about that? I noticed that there's a lot of weird nationalities. Well, stop creating face gens. I'll eventually upload pictures so we can just not have to deal with face gens, but I don't really mind face gen. It's just annoying when it takes for. Seattle traded Tyler Moter. A middling shortstop with the ability to play everywhere. Good work ethic though. Not very greedy. I think that's better that trade though. Michael Gibbons looks pretty good. Pitched really well in Baltimore the last 2 years. Stuff. Control could be a little bit better. Good work ethic and intelligence. That's always good for a player. And Mosket. Mosket looks pretty good too. I have to move him over to probably second. He's a little bit. And he could play third, but he's a little powerless for a third baseman. He needs to learn how to get hit contact better. But looking at his numbers, he looks like he could be a good player pickup too. Already good at putting Ks. He learns to hit the ball, reaches what he's expected to. He could be actually a nice little hitter for him. Seems like a lot better trade for Seattle than it was for Baltimore. They got pretty much a starting reliever there in Givens. And a pretty decent looking third baseman if we can put it all together for basically a mediocre shortstop. Not really sure what Baltimore was thinking there, but the AI was said to be better. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sure really though what Baltimore felt like that was a good deal for, but yeah. Another trade. Nunez, yeah, he's a decent. Could be a better eye, but yeah, great contact hitter. Good teammate. Not really powerful for a third baseman, more of a shortstop. I didn't have really the play of a shortstop, but yeah. Nunez still pretty good. And Reynolds. He looks like he'll be an average guy with good gap power. At his best, he'll be below average with gap power, really. Not much there. In exchange for Sterling Marte, he's pretty good. He had great numbers in Pittsburgh. It's been a while since I've really followed baseball outside of the Dbacks, by the way, so you're wondering, like, how the hell do you not know Sterling Marte? It's like, I've heard the name, but I haven't gotten stat crazy like I used to. That was though, he's actually been a really good on-base guy. With decent power, with a little bit of power in there. That's not a bad deal for Pittsburgh, actually. What, they gave up Nunez a pretty... Yeah, that's actually a pretty even trade there. I think that's not a bad trade. You could argue Nunez for Marte straight up, but, you know, Reynolds is just kind of a chancer anyways. Not a bad trade. An aging Gardner to Chicago for an aging pitcher. Paredes has good potential. Yeah, yeah, it was not bad. I feel like maybe it's a little too much for Chicago to give up for a 41-year-old, albeit he's 41, but a an older but still decent reliever and a pretty good shortstop, pretty good high potential shortstop, I guess. Higher potential shortstop, decent potential shortstop for a aging mediocre center fielder that plays okay defense. That plays well, pretty good defense with a little bit of good base runner, but not sure about that trade. Another trade. Colton Wong. Pretty average. He's an on-base guy in his career. Otherwise, he's pretty average. Great bunter. Good range. Decent steals, otherwise, Minor leaguer Ronnie Williams. Yeah, he could be a decent pitcher. About an average, maybe above average, bullpen guy, which, like it says, has potential to be an emergency starter. I don't think in the future he'll really be a starter. That changeup is a little too weak to me. He does have 3 pitches, yes, but he really got to develop that changeup more. He'll be better as I think better as a reliever with those 2 pitches. In return, they basically trade potential for a starter. But it's a really high fly ball guy. I don't like high fly ball guys. That's just me though. Yeah, back of rotation guy. I don't think it's too. That's not too bad. You trade albeit a really good pretty decent on base guy, but still. You trade rating wise pretty much an average hitter who's decent at getting on base and potential back of the bullpen guy slash reliever for a back of the bullpen guy slash reliever. Not a bad trade. We'll keep on going. CPBL. I've got a trade proposal. They will send me Gio Gonzalez. Is he on 12 million? He's a free agent next year. Can definitely help our rotation. We get Ian Seagal. Gonna be a maybe lives up to it, which is very questionable with 1 contact at relative to the major leagues at 24. Kelly, a really good guy with amazing stuff, but not a whole lot else going for him. And he's a fly ball pitcher, which is really crap in what we get. And cash for Goldschmidt. No. I was thinking like, oh, okay, well, this is decent package. What do they want? Goldschmidt. No. Not happening. The only way we're trading Goldschmidt is if it ends up that we are crap. And the only reason we do that is the same reason the Dbacks thought about doing it in real life. And the reason I thought about it in real life is we have a complete crap farm system, and if we were going nowhere, Goldsmith's about the only asset that really has value other than Greinke. Greinke and Goldschmidt were the only things that had any value to us. But I would much rather have Goldschmidt stick around. So I haven't been checking the waiver wire. I'm doing a very bad job. Oh, Dominican. Nope, nothing good there. Usually I always check the waiver wire, I just have it running in basically the background to see what we have out there. No, no, no. No. No, okay. The first year it's really not all that useful, but at least it used to be they used to waive at least some decent minor league guys every now and then. You could find someone that had was all potential, but you know, you'd be like, I can stash them. See what happens. Plus, you could always screw up the trade sometimes, which is fun. I'm a jerk like that, I know, but I don't feel like we really need to upgrade much in left field. We looked at Mauro, Fredericks, Chicago added, I don't know. He could be an okay player to bring in. Really low work ethic though. Burke I'm okay on. Very mediocre. Oh, shut up, I don't have that anymore. My calendar yelling at me about work, but I'm not actually I don't actually have work anymore. Pay's a little high. I could be tempted though. We'll see. I feel like we're okay. We're not great, but I feel like we're okay. We'll see where we're at if we even want. Good for Drew Storn. Japan won. Wow, that was a big ass game. Big ass scoring game. What are we at? Oh, we're already over an hour. I'm doing great on this, aren't I? I was like, we'll keep it about 40 minutes. Not quite. Oh, shut up. Now my phone's buzzing about it. Don Axelrod, there's second or third. Senga. Senga's not a bad player either. No, of course not. I knew I couldn't buy him. Yes, I know you can't buy Japanese players. I was just doing it for curiosity's sake. Then Ryan Lamar. Meh. Marsh. Still meh. For Nate Jones, wow, he's actually a pretty good pitcher. Reliever. I feel like Chicago got kind of screwed in that deal. Chicago. Or the White Sox. The White Sox aren't really going to be any good anyway, so I guess it's not as bad of a deal for him to get in, at least a rookie. Maybe he becomes better than he looks. Doesn't look like he's going to become much, but... Back to the waiver wire. Up there went gravity. See, anyone else? Yeah, nothing else of interest. Or Zach, but... Got Rutledge, no. Cordier, maybe. The rest of these guys are nah. Going. Evan Marshall. Used to pitch for us, actually. See? Used to pitch for us, actually. Never been any good for us, though. And he's pretty mediocre. I recognize that name. I think at one time, I think in my other save too, on like 16 or 15, I forget which one it was now. He actually was pretty good. He actually did well. It was a surprise. I didn't think anything else, and he was like amazing for me. I was like, wow, okay. That's a good quote. I was like, wait, why am I putting my mouse there? You can't see my mouse. Like, wait, I think you actually can see my mouse. Nah. Paddy Wagon. That's a good name. Player development update. I don't know how they developed something that's been sitting on here. He's improved control. The Miller movement went up. Control rating dropped. Good work with Larry Miller. Granky stuff fell. Chafin fell a little bit on us, but his potential improved. Go figure. And that improved a little bit. I don't think he actually did. Rito's eye went up, but speed dropped. Defense dropped because his speed dropped. Prentice's power dropped, but it became middle. Or Prentice contact dropped, power went up. Shipley dropped. McFarland dropped. Laffy improved a little. Josic. Hoover improved a slight bit. Duncan, yeah, Duncan's potential's improved a little bit. Mathis improved a little bit. Riviera fell off. Vargas fell off. Walker's current potential, current eye, yeah. Hazelbaker didn't really do much there. Taylor's stuff improved a little bit. It's good to see. His stuff improved a little bit. Nice to see. His potential dropped way down. There we go. There's someone a little bit younger, a little bit more interesting. Taylor's stuff, potential movement, potential stuff, potential movement improved. His movement dropped on us though. Control dropped, but potential control improved. So we'll see. He still looks like a hit or miss. Big guy won't have great stuff, but might have decent movement control. He might be a decent back of the bullpen guy. You have enough pitches. Me average, all average with like a half above average fastball. Good speed on it though. We'll see. Killer might still become something for us. We'll have to check it out how it goes. Go through the rest of our players here. Groucho's movement improved. He's 24. I'm not too concerned about that. His current control and potential control. His movement dropped on Banda. I'm not too happy about that, but everything else looks good. Baker, Aguilar dropped on me. Tholes, I improved. His potential is a contract. Oh, he's 30 anyways. Freeman, but he's 26. Lopez is 22. His contact dropped on me, but his eye jumped. Hit or miss there. Kron, contract, potential fell down. Potential eye went up. Speed dropped. Defense dropped. Ooh, Westbrook's power jumped up on me. Lost a little contact, but it jumped its power. I'll take it. Lost a little eye, though. Speed went up, though. Moved his potential a little bit with that extra bump. Freeheimer. Heyman had a big surge in numbers. Potential contact still crap, but power and eye went up. Mazzelli's old. Is that old? Taylor's stuff went up. His movement rating dropped and control dropped, though. He still has slight potential to be a really wild throwing reliever. Kind of a back of the pen guy that we just put out there because he can throw really hard and we hope he doesn't walk 400 people and give up 20 runs. Anyone else really big improvements? Deplanter. Potential movement went up, current control went up, potential control went up. Stupenki, his contact dropped, but a lot of other stuff went up. Astuto had a big improvement. Almeida. Hernandez, sort of his contact numbers dropped though. Novez, but not really anything exciting in that upgrade. Castillo, potential cut. Flores, McPherson. McPherson's potential eye improved even higher, and his contact. Yeah, his potential still now. We can get that contact even a little bit higher and that power. He might actually be a nice player. With that eye, he'll be alright. Good defense already. Emilio Vargas, Tanner Hill improved. Oh, well, wow, his potential contact went way up. That's good for us. His power and eye went up. We'll see how his contact goes. Frieza. Alright. Back to checking the waiver wire, and then we'll try and finish this up here. Said I want to get to the opening day. Then I'll probably record some more. There we go. MLB season predictions being ejected. We're almost there. Give a personal message. Season expectation. Stay respectable. Okay. Top 100 prospects. Let's take a quick look at that. Inside league menu. Reports info. Top prospects. Andini Swanson. He used to be one of ours. They were trading him for Miller, and that was a mistake. Moncada. We have no one in the top 100, which isn't surprising. Judge, the Superman. Top 100 pitchers. Delmont leads the way. None of them are really looking all that amazing right now. Alright. Curiosity's sake. Minor League System rankings. 29th. Yeah. San Francisco and Baltimore are the only ones worse than us. Yep. Like I said, we have a terrible farm system right now that we really need to improve, so. That's why if we're not really good, we're going to be looking to dump what we can. Let's let's go lineup and depth charts. I use 7-day lineups, by the way. I autofill, but then what am I missing? First it's okay, I don't know why those got dumped out of there. Who's gonna start at second against right-handers? I may have Brewery. Well, Brewery's better against lefties than righties. He's better overall, but defense isn't as good as the Skelsos. Marte's got good contact and avoids striking out. I may start with Marte. Maybe Owings at second. I may start with Owings at second. Marte. Owings and Marte. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Owings will start at second. Marte will start at short. Brewer will back up third and second. Descalso will back up shortstop. And then Fuentes will back up Bullock. My pinch hitters will be Drury. Probably Drury, Garcia, Herman, Fuentes. Pinch runners will be Fuentes, Herman, and Descalso. There we go. I've got Marte batting. I'm going to have Marte bat 9th, have the pitcher bat 8th. Owings batting 8th. We'll probably take that. Let's see real quick. Where's the right-handers I want? Pollock leading off. Goldschmidt in the 4 because he's one of my better power hitters against him. Oh. Tomas at the 5 I'll take. I don't know if I want Ionetta batting 2nd there though. May have Peralta even bat Peralta or Owings strikes out too much is my problem with that. He doesn't have great eye. That's the only thing that worries me about having him batting. I may still have him go 2nd, Peralta 3rd, Goldsmith 4th, Yosmani 5th. I may switch that around to Goldsmith 3rd, that and Yosmani 5th, or have Yosmani and then Peralta 5th. I don't. I think right now that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with Ionetta behind Lamb. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that for our versus righties versus lefties. At first is of course always Goldschmidt. I don't know why it took him out. Drury, I agree with having Drury. And Drury and Owings because they're both really good hitters. Backing up Brewer would be Marte. Descalso. Marte. And probably Descalso. I don't really like him, but I should rephrase that. I don't really like him against left-handers, but he'll have to do. Pinch hitters against lefties will probably be Marte, Garcia, Fuentes, and actually, yeah, Herman. Pitch runners will be Marte, Herman. There we go. Oh, this video's almost over. I swear, this is gonna be the longest of them. Starting off bad. He's too good of it. Yeah, that's a good one. I may go ahead and have Peralta bat 2nd. Have Pollock 3rd, Goldie 4th, and Tomas 5th. And I'll go with Brewery in the 6th slot. Lamb will bat probably 7 and Ionetta 9. Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, we'll go with that for right now. I'll work against lefties. Okay, 7-day lineups now. Get those all set up. Those on it for today will be Owings, Peralta, Pollock, Goldschmidt, Tomas, Drury, Lamb, Ionetta. Starting pitcher. Drag these out. With Greinke as their starting pitcher. We'll have on Tuesday Ray, Walker. So there we go. We're going to leave it right there. So we finally got through the start of the season. We looked through, did all that kind of setup, got our lineup set up here finally, only an hour in. Like I said, this isn't going to be the best episode because this was sort of the first episode and just kind of get through everything. I'm going to kind of record some more here after this as we kind of go through the game. We'll just kind of take a look, but I just want to get this out and done with. It's just kind of a look at what we're going to be doing. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know. Like I said, these videos are going to be a little interesting because it's going to be just simming through the game. So, because I'm not a big into the 3D and stuff. I've heard, like I said, someone said in the comments it's supposed to be really good, and like I said, it may be pretty good. It's just I like kind of getting through like multiple seasons of the game, and it's one of those games where I'm more into staring down the stats and figuring out roster and trades and organizing the lineups and all that stuff more so than the gameplay. It's the playing the in-game stuff. One thing, what was I thinking of here? Brain freeze. So that'll be the thing. The one thing I haven't decided yet on minor league management. I like it, but it's just such a time constraint and time consuming. I gotta look every month or every couple months and kind of figure out who goes up and who goes where and if they go back down and all that stuff. So I feel like it's a little bit more even playing field and not min-maxing as much either. I maxed in with the AI, even though I understand obviously I'm not doing much else. That might make it a little bit more interesting, but we'll probably just mostly manage this, and we'll just kind of, like I said, every so often we'll take a look around and stuff every month or two, and I'll kind of, see me mess with the lineups and stuff. But I always look at the box score, by the way, so I see a lot of box scores, and I'll kind of read through those. But so that's kind of what you have to look forward to. Like I said, I'll probably start recording those episodes here pretty shortly once I stop this one, because I still kind of want to get playing and get through some of the season here. So I expect there'll be maybe 2 or 3 episodes coming up after that. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep those down to 20-30 minutes so they're a little bit more digestible. It really doesn't make a difference if I do a minute long, an hour, do an hour-long stretch or split them into parts. It's still the same idea if I'm uploading 3 or 4 of them. I understand, like I said again, but the reason I do that is just because to me, and being someone who watches a lot of YouTube before even doing this, to me it feels like when you have short segments, it's a lot more. It feels easier to digest than when you have a lot, really long videos, even though there's less of them. It just feels like those longer videos are a lot more like, oh god, why? So that's what we're going to try and do, is break it up 20-30 minute segments. Like I said, this was only supposed to be even a 40-minute segment, and it just got long. Other than that, that's about it. I'll post the second episode in the end screens when I get that going up, once I get it uploaded as well, and hopefully it uploads alright. I haven't actually tried recording in OBS, so we'll see how that goes. I also need to get something a viewer to watch it, but then again, I don't watch my live streams, so what am I talking about? So I'm going to leave it up on this screen because I am going to start recording soon. I will throw up, let me turn that off, throw that up. And thanks for watching. If you want to see some more gameplay than just me setting everything up, stay tuned for when I start uploading the next couple ones here. Like I said, I'll put a thing in the thing if you're watching it later. Link into that second episode, and I'm going to have a playlist of them. So, like I said, next episode, we're actually going to really start going into this. That's actually going to be recorded, not a live stream. I will live stream the game some more eventually. When that will be, we'll decide. It may even just be every Monday. It might be something like that. Maybe every Tuesday. Maybe whatever days I have available. Like I said, my series, I do Tower, which I may add a little video in here for that. And that was supposed to be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's gotten moved to just any day I can do it. that isn't, you know, a day, consecutive days. That's why we're doing this instead. Anyways, I'll stop rambling on. This is a common theme, by the way, you'll find if you watch these videos. I ramble. So that was Dbacks Swing in OOTP 18 Dynasty. Let's we'll come back next time, see how we can do. Have you watched this? Oh God, why? I feel so bad for you right now. No. Um, if you watch this without skipping through or running on like 4x speed, I do actually kind of feel bad for you because it wasn't the most exciting game, I'll admit. But hey, we got everything set up so we can get into the fun next time. Anyways, so yeah, see you around next time. Tomorrow, actually, we aren't doing anything tomorrow. I think next live stream will be Thursday. That's going to be Tower at LAX. So if you're new to the channel, you enjoy seeing someone get really salty, you're going to enjoy that one. Though the first episode may be saltless, but definitely look for the second episode of 24 Hours of Salt at LAX. That's going to be a lot of salt if you love salt. This will come back to, I got to look at my schedule when I come up with a good day to come back to OOTP. May even do it at like a late night stream at some point. I'll look around at my schedule and set something up. We're also still planning to do, I'm planning actually to do City Skylines. I still haven't thought of doing sometime here. And I want to do, because I want to start playing some City Skylines. It'll be the same thing. It'll be kind of half live, half recorded. And then I also want to do Tropical still. I keep saying I want to do a Tropical 5 because I finally bought Tropical 5 and I still haven't played it. And eventually if I pick up PCM, which I'm really leaning towards picking up at some point, we might see that as well. So anyways, I've talked way too long. Have a good one and come back for the next episode and watch some, see if we can actually win some games. Later.